Hello, welcome back to my channel. I want to start by saying I almost didn't do this in public. I am a little bit embarrassed about how I kind of let September get away from me. And I was like, I can just skip it, plan October, do all of this behind the scenes stuff to make it look a little bit less messy. But I think there's something to being messy in public, showing that one of the main things that I think is important when we're trying to make progress, when we do fall off, when something goes wrong, we look at it honestly and get back up and start over again. Now, that said, like I didn't have a terrible month, but I took a 12-day vacation. And that really, it turns out, messes with your ability to focus, to keep things organized. And so some of this is going to be a little bit messy, but let's look at September together. So looking through my monthly planning, I noticed that I was actually really scared that I was going to crash, that I was going to have a bad month for the first time really since July, June. I'd have too many good months in a row and I was scared. This was the first month I didn't hit my rockstar goals, but there were things that happened this month that I didn't expect when I was planning. So let's get into it. I was really hoping to finish my developmental edit, ideally by my deadline of September 13th, and then enjoy my vacation. That was a bare minimum. And I did both of those. I finished the edit on September 12th, which I'm really proud of, and my vacation was fantastic. It was a reset that I think I really needed going into the fourth quarter, going into the last 12 weeks of the year, which we will get into in a future video. I also had thought about getting calls tagged in Notion, keeping up on my schoolwork, publishing at least 4 articles to Medium and a newsletter, finishing my Notion template, uploading it for sale, and thinking about the videos I would make about my novel writing companion. I want to look at my monthly projects. I never finished my 10.2 exercise. I never finished my novel writing companion. I'm getting there. I'm not done. The deluxe one is actually the one I've been doing more of, and then I'm going to pare back for my novel writing. I did finish this. I finished this article. I never finished this article. I finished that project. Never finished songwriting calls. This I actually did finish, so that's great. I did that. I'm going to need to do more related to that. And I actually had to give up on 30 days of yoga with Adrian, which I'm really disappointed in, but I was told that I would either have to severely modify my yoga, like no downward dog, no tabletop, nothing that puts any sort of bendy thing on my wrist. And after trying one day of modifying, I'm like, this unfortunately is not the month that I do 30 days with yoga. But I did 13 days in a row of that, which I'm really proud of. Unfortunately, it was making my wrist worse. Look at what I finished, which was honestly quite a lot. I need to update all of those. There we go, that's better. So going through, I ended up publishing 3 articles on Medium, not 4. I nearly finished my Notion templates work. I did some work at the gym a bunch. I got a new client, a bunch of admin work. There we go. We had Soul's Porch, we had Sonder, some of the things that I did there. Started my next book. Some of the things I did for Sonder didn't end up in my tasks because I have the habit of working on them when I don't have Notion around. I find this distribution really interesting to look at, where my time went. And like, if I'm wondering why Notion stuff didn't get done, it could be because I wasn't doing it. But anyway, I want to go into the fact that what ended up happening this month turned into things that I couldn't have pictured. I'll go ahead and type it and then I'll come back and explain. All right, so thinking through September, it was not a rockstar month for me by any means, but it was a good month. I got to do a lot of fun things. It was really unexpected but cool that my Medium article was selected as a staff pick on Medium, and then the staff for Medium now follow me, which is just ridiculous. My video on what happened with NaNoWriMo ended up getting a decent amount of views. I spent a lot of time with my kids before I left, which was really great. My favorite moments and my wins are kind of the same when it comes to work things, because it kind of was a favorite moment to end up, with something doing well. Other projects that I'm not as satisfied with where I'm at, like my Notion template, my novel writing companion, I still am really happy that I made the choice to make it the best it could be rather than just pushing out something that I knew wasn't ready yet. I also did 13 days in a row of yoga with Adrian, which is the most I've ever done from a 30-day challenge. And the only reason I stopped is because I was told I had to. Finishing my developmental edit on time was great. I almost never finish my projects on time. Deadline feels like something that was arbitrarily set, which this one was. The biggest part of this month was when I went to occupational therapy and was told there was a chance that I could never do a handstand again, that I could never do yoga again, which he later said probably isn't true as long as I put in the work. But like, I went through this whole morning because gymnastics and yoga are such a huge part of my life that I really want to work back toward. But I have started daily occupational therapy at home, as well as like once weekly going to go see him so that I can strengthen my wrist, get everything back in order, and hopefully it's just a ligament tear that can fix itself with time. One of the biggest challenges that I think is kind of ironic is one that comes with success. And I ended up distracted from the things I was supposed to be doing because I kept refreshing pages to look at stats. And I don't think that was healthy. I don't think it was useful. I don't think that it was a good idea. There was just this little dopamine rush of, I have a new follower, I have a new view. And that's great, except that it kept me from working on other projects that were important to me. I'm only 4 chapters into the book that I started after I finished one in mid September. I found it hard to focus on the week between finishing one edit and leaving for Canada. And part of the reason I found it so hard to focus was because that was when I was getting these views and new followers and such. I do hope that having gone away for 12 days to kind of reset myself and I can come back a little bit stronger, get ready for the last 12 weeks of the year. I'm going to do something that is like a 12-week year soft, kind of like the 75 soft versus 75 hard, in which there's going to be a lot of recalibrating every week because clearly one of the things that I struggle with, even though I've been doing it for like my entire adult life and really since I was about 15, is forecasting. And so I'm going to work on that. I'll have a video out for you soon about how I'm going to modify that 12-week year into a 12-week year soft to get it done. And yeah, I'm not thrilled with how my September went, but I feel like I should be more proud of what I did accomplish. And really, even though I didn't make the progress that I wanted to on a bunch of things, I couldn't have expected the wins that I got. I couldn't have expected the good that came. And I'm really, really grateful for that. And I'm hoping to keep building on that as October continues. Anyway, if you want to see what happens in October for me, if you want to find out about the 12-week year soft that I'm going to be launching, or my novel writing companion that will also be coming out hopefully in the next week or two, please give me a follow, like, and subscribe, and I will see you soon.